Okay, so the day before you put your word in block letters. Every line is flat. You used a ruler to draw them. Your next step is to put your letters in perspective. So things to think about is where you want those shadows to go. If I put my dot down here, all my shadows are going to come down to here. If I put my vanishing point up here, all my shadows are going to go up towards that dot. Or opposite corner, all my shadows will go up towards that. So decide somewhere on your paper that you want one dot, one place at your paper. I'm going to start then with my H. Okay, first step is to take all corners and edges back to my vanishing points. I'm going to match up my ruler to that corner, to the dot, and just draw it a little ways back. I'm drawing lightly in case I make a mistake, so I can erase it. I go through each letter, each corner, edge to make sure that I'm drawing those lines correctly back. I will not see this corner down here. I will see this one here, and that's it. Then I go and make my parallel lines. So I'm going to match up the top of my H. I push the ruler out, make a connecting line to this one and this one. Both of these lines are parallel. Then I rotate my ruler and I go on the inside of my H. I drag it out, I match it up with that corner I just made. Take it down. I'm also going to do this one below because it's the same line. I then match up this next bottom part here. My last step is to erase. I'm going to erase those extra orthogonal lines that I no longer need. If you have questions, please ask for help. Rather you ask sooner rather than later and doing the whole thing wrong. So then I've done my H. My next step is my A. Same concept. I match up, move this up for you, up to my vanishing point. This one is behind my H, so I'm going to leave that there and draw a line here in a second. I have my cutout of my A, and then I will have this corner down here. Next step, I'm going to make my parallel line. Since I have nowhere else for this side of my A to go to, I'm just going to drag it out and I'm going to take it into the side of my H because that corner is behind it. I rotate my ruler, match up the top here, I drag it out, connect it, and then I go in here and I do my cutout. This line's going here, this line's going here, and then my final line is there. This part right here is my negative space. I then erase those extra orthogonal lines and I would move on to my P. I then continue on to each of my letters. Once I'm finished with all my perspective, I need to have the teacher check over it to make sure I'm good to go for the next step. So I took my block letters and I made them in perspective.